The case of Kimberly Leone Mills shocked the public with its grim contradiction of expectation. A parent convicted of murdering her own child. In court, prosecutors described a pattern of behavior that ultimately ended in the death of Xavier Williams, a 10-year-old boy whose life was marked by vulnerability and whose death prompted an intense investigation, trial, and public reckoning. Xavier Williams was known as a young boy who required care and protection. Court proceedings later emphasized that because of his age and dependence, he relied entirely on the adults responsible for him, especially his mother, for safety. That reliance became a central theme at trial, as prosecutors argued that Mills had a clear duty of care and that her actions represented a profound breach of trust. Authorities launched an investigation after Xavier was found dead under circumstances that immediately raised red flags. Detectives pieced together evidence from medical examinations, witness testimony, and Mills' own statements. Prosecutors alleged that the injuries Xavier sustained were not accidental and that the explanations offered by Mills were inconsistent with the physical evidence. As the case unfolded, investigators focused on what happened inside the home, away from public view. The prosecution argued that this was not a sudden, inexplicable tragedy, but the result of deliberate actions taken against a defenseless child. During the trial, jurors heard expert testimony detailing the cause of Xavier's death and the nature of his injuries. Medical professionals testified that the harm inflicted was severe and incompatible with accidental causes. The prosecution maintained that Mills' actions directly led to her son's death. The defense challenged the prosecution's narrative, questioning intent and responsibility, but jurors ultimately found the evidence compelling. After deliberation, Mills was convicted of murder. The judge sentenced Kimberly Leone Mills to life in prison, underscoring the gravity of the crime and the irreversible loss of a child's life. In sentencing remarks, the court highlighted the extreme vulnerability of the victim and the abuse of parental authority involved in the case. Xavier Williams' death has since been cited in broader discussions about child protection, warning signs of abuse, and the systems meant to safeguard children who cannot protect themselves. For many, the case stands as a stark reminder that the most serious harm can sometimes come from within a child's own home. True crime cases often linger because they force society to confront uncomfortable truths. The murder of Xavier Williams is one such case, one that raises painful questions about trust, responsibility, and how warning signs can be missed. While the legal process has ended with a life sentence, the human cost of the crime remains, defined by the short life of a child whose story continues to resonate far beyond the courtroom. Stick around for more. KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.